Thank you. Give Khmer your bag. Okay. This one.
She's coming. She's coming. Oh.
Call Sean also. Ready? Logan, you may come up on a bike to help the tables and these, man.
Yeah, I saw you when you were so young and doing the bike on the bike. Do you still do it?
You're doing it live now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm so happy all of you.
You want to take a photo? Nothing Japanese said.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah.
You stand there? No, you go. Can we take a picture with you?
Yes, sure.
I was your DJ when you came to Kingston many years ago. I was playing the records of the 78 vinyl.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch you ride the bike.
Yeah.
We said you overtaking each other.
Yes, yeah. You know, we should do the cross ride.
Yes, yes. You were the Lady Diana of those days.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Take a picture.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
How are you doing?
Heard about it. I just
Yeah?
my baby's done something. How are you, Ronnie? What grade are you? You know, I always think about you.
My father's brother. But these ones are my
But I know you're one of there. How are you? You just take a road for the building. Keep on.
It's on a stream. It's on a stream.
I just came. How come the children?
Just hide you. Some call it.
Oh, yeah, you listen to the video. Okay, go. When you go.
This is auntie here. What's the program? It's a video, it's not a picture. Yeah, it's a video. It's a live stream.
Oh my goodness.
I've been waiting for you.
home city radio station of Birmingham. It used to be BRMB, I don't know what it's called now, some very fancy name to it now. Worked there for a little while myself in the 1980s. Can't find the moonlight on the way. Fleetwood Mac kicking off this hour here on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio. Stevie Nicks paying a beautiful tribute to her best friend and songwriter Christine McLean. Many of the social media platforms over the last few days. Christine sadly passed away there a few days back following what her family said was a short illness, and I wasn't aware of that. So sad. But what a career. As I mentioned, she decided when she performed, I was kind of on the hoof here in Dublin back in, I can't remember what the year was it 2017? It was 2017. That she would rejoin the band full time. Well over €1 million, certainly very, very well into the seven figures, was raised to assist parents, mums and dads and guardians of young children who have to travel to Dublin, particularly to the cancer ward in Crumlin Children's Hospital here in Dublin. So basically they put them up in accommodation, Avion's Lighthouse, beautiful house in Drimnagh, not too far from the hospital, and they also assist them with certain amounts of finance, because obviously when a young child gets so sick, everything goes on hold in a family household, and all of the focus and all of the prayers are focused on the young child. So there's an amazing gang out in the Ploughman Bar. You'll know that well if you're around the Kinseely area of Swords in North County Dublin, Kinseely Shopping Centre in Swords, and they're doing their second fundraiser this year for Avion's Pink Tie, and a lot of Jimmy's out there too this morning. And it all kicked off at 10 a.m. with a sensory Santa, and they've put together a full set of events happening from 1:30 to 6 today. So please support them, drop by and let them know that you're fully behind them, and they'd love to see you, okay? That's the Ploughman Bar, Kinseely Shopping Centre.
press once it'll go off.
Shiran.
And then you press once and it's off.
Goes off. Revolution. Can we have You sit here and I'll get it.
Sit here.
This side of it.
I did try to do it. How else am I
1, 2.
gonna-
Picture on this side. I'll take it this one and go down. Right. One can you push it, it's on now. One, two. Okay. Everybody, my name is Clive Pillay. I'm the president of Revolution Motorcycle Club. So I think many of you out here, especially from the community, will want to know, so what does a president of a club do? Okay. It's like running a whole country. Lots of problems. You have lots of problems. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. So on behalf of my club, most of the members are sitting at the back there. On behalf of my club, I want to invite all of you. Thank you for finding the time on a Saturday afternoon. It's going into festive season and all of you are getting busy. Thank you for finding the time to come. And I think the reason you came here also is to meet a very special person. Right? So I'm so glad to see so many of you here. So this is called the Revolution Award. Right? Annually, this bike club selects somebody in the community to give an award to. Okay? For some achievement, for something this person might have done. And over the years, we probably have given out about 10 awards. But for the last 2 years, because of COVID, we couldn't have an event. We were meaning to give this award to this person, but she didn't want to come out because of COVID. And today, we think it's such an awesome thing that we have her here today to be able to give her this award, and we want to celebrate this person. So, over the years, some of the awards we gave an award to Roshan Modley, who was a South African, the first black South African superbike champion. He's from Port Elizabeth. He came around, we gave him an award. We gave an award to 2 young people from Wentworth. One who was a taxi driver, and he became a pilot. The other went to one of the most prestigious universities in the world in America from an extremely poor family because he excelled academically. We gave an award to Kumi Naidoo. Many of you know Kumi Naidoo. We gave an award to Cody Chetty, who excelled in cricket, and many other people. So this is, for us, it's a very important award. Okay? So people, I'm going to invite this very special person that I got to know recently, and I've got to go get very close to her. Nowadays, she calls me every other day. So, I mean, that's how close we've become. And I want to invite Amaranee Naidoo to the stage. Can we give her a big round of applause? Help her, please. Okay, while she's walking, I'll tell you who she is, right? But I don't want to take away thing from Sharon. Sharon is the person that's going to be doing the interviewing. No, this way, please. It's quite hard to walk out there. So imagine, this lady used to ride the wall of death. Which is an amazing feat. I mean, I don't know how many of you here have experienced the wall of death, have seen it? Wow. Awesome, awesome. So what we're going to do, before we go into the introductions, we're going to show you a video. For many of you who don't know what a wall of death is, we're going to show you a video of what a wall of death is. Hi, Mama. Okay. This side. Okay. Come. Come sit there. Sit. So isn't that a wow? Imagine she used to do that on the wall of death. So we showed them this thing. I think that was done in India. We don't have any videos of you. Have there been? Okay, I'm going to hand over. She's going to go into conversation with Sharon Chetty. Sharon Chetty is a journalist. Many of you might know her also. She's going to go into conversation and talk about her life. Okay, thank you. I'd love for this whole session to be interactive. So if somebody feels they've experienced this or something that they remember of, please put your hand up. I'll come with the mic to you and you can also talk, okay? Let's make it very interactive.
Yeah. Thank you, Clive. So the whole idea is for Auntie Amaranee to answer your questions. I'm sure all of you are burning with interesting questions. Can you imagine in the 1950s and 60s, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have videos. Mind you, we didn't have television in this country. And Auntie would ride pillion on, how many meters did you say? 5 meters?
Yes, it was 5 meters tall, high, and about 11 panels. If I say panels, it's very wide as that, more than that. And it's about 11 to make it a barrel. And we were in there.
So imagine 11 panels, 5 meters high, fit together. Okay.
Thank you.
All fit together to create a circuit. How did you manage to go up?
I practiced. And practice, but in a very hard way. And in the early stage, I done the circle in a vacant plot, the shortest circle, without putting my right leg down. And then I started riding, but I was a pillion rider first. So in that time, we should ride with when we have a show, with cross riding, loose ends, that time.
Okay, so cross riding, if I remember correctly, is when one rider rode on the top. And the other was below, and you'd pass a hanky to each other.
No, that time we were riding, that time I was riding myself.
Okay. Imagine that, guys.
This was a pillion rider that time.
Yeah. But imagine that, you're going vertically, and you have one above the other, and the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you hear the sound of a motorbike these days, how do you feel?
I feel I'm there.
I can imagine that.
Yeah.
There. What was your most memorable, or what was your best memory of that time?
At that time, well, everything, and at that time was something that I remembered to get up and come down. That was the main thing. But meeting all good people, I loved them all.
Yeah. So the Wall of Death was a mobile exhibition wall, right? And it would be assembled in fun fairs.
Yeah.
So it wasn't permanent. And can you imagine breaking a wall and putting it together each time?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. And this was also one of the major entertainment attractions.
Yes, that we should do. Sorry,
Yeah,
we should do that every 3 weeks. We should break it down and pull it up and going to a different place.
Yeah. So tell us of some of the places you went to.
Lots of places I couldn't remember. All we traveled right through, and the mostly at that time was apartheid. We should go to school grounds, and all the sugar mills, and vacant plots where Indians are, and at that time, in 50s and 60s.
So how did you travel from one area to the next?
By road and by rail as well, and we had have to book the whole train for ourselves, and with coaches and the goods train.
So you were at the back of the goods train.
Sorry?
Were you at the back of the goods train?
No. We had a train. The coaches for ourselves, about 3, with our staffs, and we had at that time.
But it would have taken you a long time to go from one town to the next, right?
About 2 days, a day, depends where we're going to.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so tell us, when you started riding, was it easy to learn?
No, it wasn't easy. But I was determined to learn.
You were determined and you were a daredevil, right? You had fantastic costumes.
Yes.
And in one of our conversations, Auntie Amaranee reminded me that in that era, women wearing trousers was almost impossible to see.
In 50s, yes, it was.
Yeah. So she had special costumes made, fit into them, and did them justice, right?
Yes, I suppose, because I couldn't go onto the bike with a dress or a sari or something. I have to have outfit made.
Yeah. So if you look at the costumes on the wall, on display in the back, one of the shirts has a tear, right? So that's because Auntie came off the bike. And you could see the shirt was torn. But tell us a bit of some of your injuries that you survived.
Sorry?
Some of your injuries that you survived.
Oh, yes. I had about 25 serious falls, not the minor ones, learning how to get into a bike and all that. I did get slipping off the wall and taking up, and I did, and landing too fast.
Coming to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so who would like to ask a question?
My name is Gerald Verdon. I'm here from Chatsworth. I just want to say that I recall in the old days, especially at the Isipingo Festival, Tommy Chetty's Funfair.
Yes.
And you were a part of it. And I remember there were other 2 daredevils. I think one's name was Eddie, if I'm not mistaken, and one's name was Barley.
Barley.
Okay. And they used to perform all those stunts. And I wish to thank you. You were also part of that, and it was a death-defying thing. I don't think that I've heard of any other Indian woman doing that in the whole of South Africa before. And I wish to congratulate you for that. But just one small story. Next to your circuitous wooden platform that you used to ride, there was another guy sitting in the tent who was called Tubby, the fattest man in the world at that stage. I recall that he used to charge a fee for us to measure his stomach. But thank you so much. It brings back many, many happy memories for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Anybody else?
Thank you, Clive. My name is Guru Kishnasamy, and I recall when Tommy Chetty's World Fair came to a place called Felixton in Zululand, and they had come through with caravans in those days in which they slept as well. Yeah. And I was the DJ that played those records during the fair. And those were vinyls, the 78 records of Indian music and songs. And I remember at one time I was so fascinated by the goings on outside that I forgot to move the needle. Those days you had a needle on the record, and the record would play over and over on the same track until Tommy Chetty came to me and said, hey, move that arm. And I moved the arm. But Amaranee Naidoo was the darling of the community. As you know, Princess Diana was adulated throughout the world. Just the same way, our community adulated Amaranee Naidoo, and we remember very, very fondly. And thank you again for coming to grace this function. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else has a nice story to tell us? Or a question? Could I think the bikers want to know,
Yes.
what motorbike did you ride on the Wall of Death, and what size was it?
I started off, my first bike was Harley Davidson when I started. And it was not comfortable for me because the handles were longer. And when I went to Royal Enfield, I was quite comfortable.
Okay. So just to tell people that the bikes those days were very heavy, extremely heavy. If you notice, if you go and check some of the bikes out down there, they're much slimmer, they're lighter to ride. And I can't imagine how she would have ridden a bike that heavy on the wall. With gravity trying to pull you down, it was like, it's amazing. I think, bikers, you agree? Anybody else?
Yeah. At the time, Royal Enfield bikes were not popular on South African roads, right?
No, yes.
How did you guys know to find this bike?
Well, Mr. Chetty, he had that bike. So I had no choice then. I didn't have my own bike. So I learned in that and I rode that bike onto the wall too.
Wow. Okay, it just shows how forward-looking both of you were. But in the photographs, some of your old photos, you look like you're tinkering with the bike. Did you adjust things? Oh, sorry, I just remembered something important. You did not drive with gloves, right?
No, I didn't get used to the gloves.
Tell us why.
I suppose I learned riding my bike without gloves, and I felt comfortable riding, but I had a lot of bruises, and I couldn't ride with the gloves.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Helmet? Did you use a helmet?
No, we couldn't use the helmet there because the speed of the bike, it'll just fly away. Even Mr. Chetty, we couldn't use a helmet.
Phew. Okay, that's quite something.
Yes.
I mean, now if you did that, the show would be deemed illegal, right? By road safety standards.
Yeah.
There. Any other questions? Rashalini is looking like she wants to ask a question.
Yeah.
Come on. The young ones in the audience.
The bikers.
The bikers.
So one of the things we're doing today is we're trying to encourage young people to ride, and women in this community. There's this terrible myth that bikes are coffin on wheels. Everywhere, when I go and meet somebody, they say, "Oh, you're riding a coffin on wheels." So there's this terrible thing in the Indian community, especially about motorbikes. So what would your message be to young people or women that want to ride motorbikes?
No, but I think now with the modern bikes, and they should go forward and learn and be me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other message before we close the session?
I must wish each and every one of the loved ones here. I really appreciate them all coming.
Thank you. So, I mean, I don't know if most of you know that Auntie is 89 years old.
There's my grandson. We want
Okay. So a lot of her family are here, and this whole event is being streamed live to many family members around the world. So they'll be very happy to see you getting this award.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, question.
Oh. My grandson won't ask me, I think. I can see.
What are you talking about, grandson?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Just a question, which I could probably ask at any time, but it might be something interesting for everyone else to know. So my question to you is, when you were on that bike going around on the wall, were there any thoughts in your head? What were you thinking? Were you going too fast to think at all? Do you have anything to share on that?
No, you couldn't have that time to think. You're only concentrating where you are and the speed.
Nice.
Okay, if you want to ask me, when I'm riding on the road, sometimes at 300 k's an hour, all I'm wondering is when I'm going to fall down.
This is my mom's sister. She was with my mom at the fair. So.
Stand up. This is Auntie's sister, and I think she has some fond memories.
Good afternoon to everybody. I am so proud to see my sister sit there today. And when she was riding the wall of death, I used to be always with her. And I used to be so scared looking at her ride the wall of death and just pray. And I just pray my sister doesn't fall down. But she did it. And I'm really proud of her. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no more questions, I want to present the award to Auntie. Can I call on Gerald? Gerald, who is a member of the community, very active. I'm going to ask him to present this award.
And I'm also very proud of seeing so many bikers and lovely bikes.
Oh, thank you.
I must say them.
Let's bring the award. Stand up,
Where?
I want you to stand up. They will give you the award. Okay, you can also talk if you want. And just say what's written on the award.
Okay. I'm going to present this award to you. Thank you for so graciously attending our function. And as I said before, we really admire your riding. I also saw you in Mayville, Dunbar Road, where the wheel of death was also held there. And written on this award from the Revolution Bikers Club, which I must say is doing tremendous lot of work in this community, and we salute the Revolution Bikers Club. Written on this award is Amaranee Naidoo, Rider Wall of Death, Revolution Award 2022. It's such a fitting award. It's a symbol of a motorcycle, the gears, etc. And there you go. We really love you, and you are inspiration to all the young females in our community. We must try and beat the gender barrier. Revolution Cycle Club also says stop violence against women and children. And this is an epitome of a woman whom you all can follow. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stand there. Take a picture. Take a picture. Okay, quickly, can I get all the revolution back on stage to take a picture, guys? Quick, quick. I'm standing here, I just want to get the bike. It's heavy.
No, yeah, it's lovely. Lovely.
Okay, just leave it for you now.
No, no, no.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get the bike.
But also, Auntie embodies the word revolution, right?
Yeah. She's a revolutionary. Sorry? Hmm?
And legend.
Oh.
Yeah, just stand.
Stand there with me.
No, need to squat. Guys, come stand behind you. Come in. Coming in front. Come stand behind you. So, just to say that this club is like 3 or 4 times the size of this. Lots of members couldn't make it today because they're out of the province or for various reasons. So, lots more bikers would have been here. Sorry. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And I didn't say thanks to you. Oh.
What do you want to say?
I want to say thanks to you. I want to say thanks to Clive to have me here with all the bikers. You were talking about it so proudly. And I'm here today to meet them all, and I'm happy to do that.
No, thank you for being here. Thank you very much. There's your water. You want to open it?
No, no.
Okay, there's your water. Yeah? Okay. Sit here, right?
Yeah.
You can sit here. All right. So we just, now that we've done that, this is another huge round of applause, please. Thank you. So you guys mustn't leave, right? Because what's going to happen, she's going to come down a little later. All of us can take lots of pictures and stuff with her, okay? Where's the, can we, Diolan, can we just call Josh from down there, please? Okay. Another part of today's program was to encourage people in the community to ride bikes, okay? Especially young people, we want them to start getting to ride bikes. I mean, every time I hear the story about either a man, a fully grown man, or a young person saying, my mother doesn't want me to ride a bike, or my wife doesn't want me to ride a bike. It's very, very popular, right? So I'm not asking you to defy anybody. We're just saying that biking is a safe thing. It's not really dangerous as people make it sound. It's all about you respecting a motorcycle, and you know, you could do well. So I'm going to invite Ian Yonker onto stage. Where is he? He's from the Motorcycle Safety Institute of South Africa. He's going to just talk to you about biking. A lot of people over here also here today because they want to know about biking. Josh? We'll just have some entertainment and then we'll get Ian to talk, okay?
So hold on, no matter what it feels like.
One, two. Okay. So, like I said, there's many people that came here today because they're very interested in biking and they want to know how they could get into biking. So I'm going to get Ian to just briefly talk to you about how one can go about getting involved in biking, getting a motorbike, getting a license and all of that. Can I hand it over to you, Ian? Maybe you can just even tell us who you are, what you do and that kind of stuff.
Clive, yeah, just thank you so much for the invitation again. It's nice to speak to local folks, especially to young people looking at motorcycles, whether they are allowed by parents to ride one or not. It's always nice to look at these machines, and especially if you start them up and they rev and all that, the whole thrill that goes with it. But with that comes a huge responsibility. Before I get into that, just something about Motorcycle Safety Institute. We train nationwide, train instructors to help start up riding schools in areas where there are none or where they are mainly required. Gauteng, we've got plenty of riding schools in Gauteng, Cape Town as well, but hardly any in Polokwane and the Free State, Bloemfontein, those areas. So I'm riding across the country, training people on different levels, advanced level, train instructors, get them certified under an organization where we can manage and maintain a high level of training standards. And we're also the only organization that would train road captains. And Clive and the guys in the club, they would know what that is as a road captain. So we focus a lot on the motorcycle safety issues, road safety issues, motorcycle awareness. The Think Bike organization also falls under MSI. So it's a huge privilege to be able to travel the country and reach out people and to young folks, because that's the future of our road users, whether they choose to be in a car or what like some of us would call a cage. If you're in a car, you basically, you're just sitting and watching the movie through the screen. But if you're on a motorcycle, you feature in the movie. You don't just sit and watch the movie. So we get the whole experience of motorcycling. You get the smells, you feel the rain, you feel the wind, you feel the cold. We're not in the comfort of a car, and also the safety of a car necessarily, because we don't have the frame around us. The only things we can rely on are our own skills, our own attitude towards other road users, towards our motorcycles, and also towards the conditions of our roads. So to get started on motorcycling, I think you have to have the heartbeat for a motorcycle. You don't just wake up one morning and you go get a motorcycle and you want to ride it just because you want to ride it. There must be some sort of change in your heartbeat, an excitement factor that draws you towards riding a motorcycle or a scooter, anything with two wheels. Another saying we also like to throw around is 4 wheels move the body, 2 wheels move the soul. It really moves you in a different way, because in a car you can't lean through a corner, and a motorcycle, that leaning is just something we cannot do without. We can't wait to get on some a bend or a curve or on a racetrack and take the bikes through those corners and see how far we can lean over. Sometimes we take it a little bit too far. But those things, we know, those games we cannot play in traffic because the odds are definitely against us as far as safety is concerned, and we also we can't ride motorcycles on the road just thinking about ourselves. We have to think about those around us. We have to treat other road users with due respect. And also we need to ride to live. We need to ride so that we get home and that we don't, when we have an accident, and I use the word accident very lightly, that we have an accident, we don't crash or collide alone. Our families always crash with us. The trauma afterwards, all that goes with it, the family have to live with that as well. So when we get on a motorcycle, number one decision you have to make is, or the first checkbox you need to make is your attitude. Your attitude towards other people, your respect towards other people, your respect to other people's property, and to life as it is. Then you go out and you would then work through a riding school. We've got, I think, 3 riding schools exhibiting in the back there. You work through a riding school and you obtain your learner license for a motorcycle. Yes, it's the same K53 book that you get for a car, but all the road signs in the book and all the road rules in the book, you have to study and work through. And then there's a specific motorcycle section in the book that you have to study as well, and not the motor vehicle controls like steering wheel, but motorcycle only. And you can do the mock-up test in that book. And then you go and book your learner license at a test center, like for instance Rossborough or Pinetown, Camperdown, Winkelspruit, and so on, and go and get your learner license. Once you've got that in hand, then you go to a riding school and you go get proper training done. Careful that when you go for the first session or the third or second or third lesson and you feel that you are getting better, careful for that confidence. That confidence can be a killer. It could be a false confidence. You could feel good because you're riding a motorcycle, you could your feet up, you're changing gear, you're making turns without duck walking it around a bend, and then you think you can ride. Not yet. It comes with time. It comes with discipline. It comes with respect towards this motorcycle and your life and that of your loved ones at home. So once you've done your training, then your basic training, then you can start riding a motorcycle. Yes, you can obtain a motorcycle finance on a motorcycle with a learner license. And then you can start riding, and after a couple of months of riding experience, probably additional training with your instructor or more advanced training through MSI. Then you go and book your actual K53 test at a yard, and you go for training at one of those riding schools, and they'll take you through the K53 yard exercises that you need to be able to complete successfully before you get a license. Now, one thing, how many kids are here that are 16 and 17? Can I just have a show of hands? Are you 16 or 17, sir? I think you're confused. All right, just for the parents who have teens of 16 and 17-year-old, don't get the learner license too soon. If you get the learner license too soon, by the time they turn 18, the learner license would have expired and they can't do their test. So what you do is when they turn 16, wait about 2 to 3 months before you book his learner license test. So when he turns 18, his learner license is still valid. And he only does his motorcycle test when he's 18 and he gets a code A license. If he does his test while he's 16 or 17, he'll get a code A1 license. That's up to 125 cc. And then when he turns 18 and he wants to upgrade his bike, he'll have to do the learner license again, and he'll have to do the K53 test again. It's a waste of time and money. So hang them back for 2 months before you book their learner license test, so they can use one learners throughout their time of 16, 17. When they turn 18, they just go and do the K53 test. That's just a time and money saver. But as far as training is concerned, you cannot send or do enough training. I mean, as an experienced rider, and we've got quite a few of them here as well, you should be doing a refresher, and a refresher being it a slow speed maneuvering course or a higher speed advanced course at least once or twice a year, and especially when you change bikes around. You could be getting off a Harley onto a sport bike or vice versa, and the bike is so different that it changes the way that you ride, and for that you need training from a professional to be able to help you to get the most out of your motorcycle. Can I just do one exercise as far as awareness is concerned? And I also see a few people falling asleep here. So, can I just do one exercise as far as awareness is concerned? How many of you sitting here, non-patch wearing bikers, ride a motorcycle or have a motorcycle? Anyone? Anyone want to get a motorcycle? How many of the kids want to get a motorcycle? I saw a hand right there. There was a small hand, but I did see it, huh? Okay, there's another one there. Can I ask the guys who put their hands up, please to stand up for me, please? There we go. Yeah, stand up. And if you want to, you can get up on your chair. Stand up on your chair. Your dad will hold you. There's another one. There we go. Okay. There's another one as well. Now we've got 5 here. Excellent. So one lady as well. Fantastic. You see, your wall of death is already showing potential there. Okay, now with these guys standing, everyone can see these five young people. Huh? Can everyone see them? All right, now ask the rest of you to stand up for me. Everyone, stand up, please. Can you see them now? You really have to look around, look to see them, and see the acronym SEE. You can sit down, thank you so much. The acronym SEE stands for Search, Evaluate, Execute. It was easy to see them when they were standing up. But when you stood up, you couldn't see them anymore. You had to look for them. And as far as visibility and motorcycle awareness is concerned, that's what we ask other road users to do when we are on the roads out there, is to turn your head and look for us. Otherwise, you're not going to see us. It's very difficult for you to see another motorcycle because we are in the minority when we make up about 2.4% of all road users in the country. 2.4%. So when you drive a car, you expect to see another car. If you're in a truck, you expect more to see a truck or a car. You don't expect to see something with a small profile like a motorcycle, and that's why people miss us. They don't see us. And also, if you move your head quite quickly, your brain takes pictures. And in between each picture frame, there's a gap when you move your head too fast. But if you move your head a lot slower, your frames are actually right next to each other. There are no gaps in between. So when you look for other vehicles or pedestrians or cyclists or motorcyclists, and you turn your head a little bit slower, and you'll see a lot more and take a lot more in. And if you really want to put a cherry on the cake, verbalize what you see. That's what we do on motorcyclists, what I do specifically. When I see something, a hazard, a potential hazard, I call it. That way I audio visually put that into my brain, and I make a decisive action as to what I want to do with that obstacle. And if you want to really make a difference in the way that you think, verbalize your observations. And you'll be able to see more bikers out there. Instead of having the kids in the back seat playing games or listening to music, ask them to count how many motorcycles they saw between point A and point B. My kids don't have the privilege of phones in the car, out of the question. I want them to count bikes. And that way we teach the next generation to be more observant for other road users with a smaller capacity vehicle than their own. Love, I think that's, any questions from you guys? Any questions? I think I've covered the whole license thing. It's not a dreadful thing. If you try and attempt the license on your own, it'll be difficult. And when you fail that learner license the first time, it's very discouraging. So do the time in the book, There are apps out there, k53-test.co.za, where you can go and, I think it's 39 Rand or something, you can buy this app on your phone. You can do the pre-test on your phone, car or bike. And when you pass that test on your phone, sure as you'll definitely pass a test at a test center. Then go to your riding school and work through them as far as training is concerned. These guys know what they're doing, or they're supposed to, otherwise, well, they know what they're doing, so work through them. There's even a lady instructor in the back as well, not just guys as ugly as me. That'll definitely help you through your paces from a beginner right through to, well, when it comes to advanced level, you will see this face. So for now, the instructors you see there in the back, I'm more than willing to help. So please, I'll encourage you to interact with them when you're finished, just to go and ask some questions and get their details and see what they have to offer. Clive, thanks, Bill.
Oh, thank you, Ian. Thank you for that. So, are there any questions, people? Anybody has anything to ask about biking?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Naidoo, and I belong to the Naidoo family. And Amaranee Naidoo is married to my brother. She married elder brother, I married the younger brother. Those days, when we used to go to Spingo Temple, we're not going to go pray, we're going to see the wall of death. You see the young lady riding the wall of death? It was lovely, lovely, but you know what, we should wish her all the best, and may she live long. God bless you all.
When this auntie started, she said, I belong to, and I got worried. I thought she was going to say, I belong to a motorcycle club. But she belongs to the Naidoo family. Anybody else?
How's that, everybody? My name's Dean. Han, I know obviously when you go on the road, you've got to be a certain age to ride. Would you encourage people to ride maybe dirt bikes at a younger age to get a better understanding of motorcycles before moving onto the road?
Dean, yeah, good question. You need to have a certain amount of motoring skills, that hand-eye foot coordination, balancing. You need to be able to balance a bicycle. If you can't balance a bicycle, then I'm not sure any of the instructors on that riding school in the back would put you on their motorcycles. You have to have a sense of balance. On a bicycle, yes, you pedal this thing and there's no engine. So you go as fast as you pedal. I think you can still fall as hard as you can. But on an off-road motorcycle where you're not interacting with other road users, absolutely, that's something that you can definitely do. A parent or someone that's a friend of a friend that have patience, number one, the patience to teach you on a controlled environment how to ride an off-road motorcycle, not two-stroke. Two-stroke that's a mission to control. So to ride an off-road motorcycle on a controlled environment, to get an idea of momentum, how to control momentum, how to control the motorcycle when it's in motion, how to control the power delivery of the throttle, what kind of input you have on your throttle, and how you can manipulate that power through clutch and braking. It's definitely a plus. I wish we had, I'm not sure if we do, Dean, I wish we had something like that here where people can go and ride off-road, be it in a grass field, an off-road field, away from other road users. Definitely, it definitely will add value to your riding experience. And also, off-road requires a lot more technical skills. If you start with off-road riding and you end up on a road bike afterwards, heaven forbid, then you'll have better technical skills how to control that bike. Why I say heaven forbid is because there's a lot more fun on dirt than on tar. So where the tar ends, the adventure begins. We prefer riding out there in the sticks and the dirt and whatever instead of trying to fight it on traffic. But yeah, get yourself to someone that rides off-road bike or a bicycle. Get going with that bicycle. That's cheap. And once you've got a good sense of balance, then you can go on to something motorized afterwards. Scooter is also a good way out. Scooter got no gears. It's just throttle and brakes on the handlebar. That's an easy way out if you're battling with when to close the throttle, then pull the clutch, then change the gear, let go of the clutch, and open the throttle again. So if you battle with all that, a scooter is definitely the next way out. And a scooter is also, I think, more forgiving in heavy traffic when you commute. It's just a question of open and close, and you've got nice luggage under your seat for milk and bread and a cow and a chicken. All right, so, and there are scooters out there, high-capacity engine scooters that can really go. I mean, you're sitting with 700cc scooters that you can tour the country with, comfortable, protected with all the whole body of the scooter and everything. So, and you've got room under the seat for the fridge and the Wi-Fi. Oh, sorry, no, just the fridge. So there are options out there. Just make sure when you buy a bike, don't buy big the first time. You do not learn well. No offense, ma'am. You do not, but yeah, you rode a Harley because you come from a good age, yeah. But nowadays, you try not to get on a big bike because while you start off with a big bike, you have to deal with the weight, you have to deal with the power of the bike. And if you don't have good guidance or patience, then you can put yourself in a difficult situation because while the bike is heavy and powerful, you as a beginner would learn very slowly and probably hurt yourself more than you learn something. So start with something small. 16, 17, you don't have a choice of 125cc. Well, above 125, as 18 and older, you can go 150cc and up. But start small, where you can positively learn something, and you don't have a heavy bike or a powerful bike that intimidates you. Because while you're intimidated, you'll have difficulty learning properly. And then gradually upgrade to bigger bikes as you go along. Or you do what she did. You take the wall of death.
Sorry. Yes, I should go for scooters.
Absolutely, I agree. Scooters are lots of fun. Lots of fun. You can even fit that trophy of yours under the seat. Love, thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Ian. Guys, we've come to the end of the program. I want to thank all of you again. Can we just give Ian a round of applause, please? Thank you for finding the time and for coming around. People, I would love for you to, hang around, take some pictures with our award winner here, and lunch is being served. Okay, so please stay. Get something to eat and leave. At the back, there are 3 riding schools there, okay? If anybody's interested in riding, you think you want to introduce your child to riding, go and talk to them, and they'll tell you about how to go about getting involved in a riding school, okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you very, very much for coming. Appreciate it. Revo, can we just help with the serving there, please?
Sorry to bother you there. I had my cell phone with me and I think I either dropped it or something. Please.
Did anybody find a cell phone? Did anybody find a cell phone? Please bring it to me. we'll go down. Let's go down. No, don't put the mask on. Put the mask into the bag. It's coming down now.